Hello, welcome back. I decided today would be a good day to do a new homeless shelter. If you've seen my hillside homeless shelter, you know that I messed up really badly on the bathrooms. And so I'm here to redeem myself today. Let's get into it. So in this one, I kept in the forefront of my mind that yes, there will be pets at this homeless shelter. Yes, there will be children at this homeless shelter. And yes, we need bathrooms that are capable of working with these other entities besides just adult or even teenage Sims. And so that was always on the forefront of my mind when I was designing this. I'll warn you right now, there are a couple of spots where it freezes. I was trying to do my best to cut those pieces out, but I'm having problems with my laptop, and after a while of running my editing software on the same file, it gets really like stuttery, jittery, like it just freezes anyways, so it's hard to know when the actual video is freezing and when it's just the program that's freezing. So, and I've come to understand that it's not a program problem, it's my computer doing that. Who knows why? This computer should be able to handle the editing software that I use just fine, but I have had so many problems with this computer. It's crazy. You sort of get a little bit of a taste of how I used to, or really how I still sometimes build, and that is to place some furniture down first to get kind of a handle on how much space should be used for each room, where I want each room, what I want done with each room. And so, yeah, I sometimes will place a little bit of furniture first and then build the room around it. Or I will have an idea of how much furniture I want to put in a room, and then I'll count out that number of squares. Sometimes when the video like freezes or stops, it's because I'm counting squares or something along those lines. So yeah, it's because I know, I remember how big the furniture is, how much space it takes up, and how many pieces of each furniture I want, and then I count squares to make sure there's enough room for the furniture and then enough room to walk around the furniture. This part was really hard figuring out the bathrooms. I wanted to use those bathroom stalls so badly. I love them. I don't know if they have them in other countries or not, but here in America, they are like every public or public-ish bathroom you go to has those bathroom stalls. And I wanted to use them so badly, but they're massive. They're huge. They take up a massive amount of space. It's so weird how much space they take up. So I ended up building my own stalls instead. If I'm talking a little differently, it's because I got my new hearing aids today and everything sounds differently. Wait, what? Differently? No, everything sounds different. You know what I'm trying to say. So if I need to adjust my microphone, if I need to adjust my audio, if I need to adjust how I'm speaking, just let me know in the comments, because I literally just picked up the hearing aids like maybe an hour before I sat down to do this video, so I'm not used to them yet. So I may have to readjust a lot of different things, like where the microphone sits and how my microphone picks up my voice and everything, and how I speak to the microphone. It's really weird because I can hear my hair moving, and so every time I touch, I don't even realize how many times a day I touch my hair. And now that I have these hearing aids, I can hear that, and it's like, oh my god. You need to keep your hands off your hair, lady. Um, so everything's a little bit different right now, and I feel like I'm learning how to control my voice for the first time in my life. So I feel like I'm tensing all of my jaw muscles like really, really tight to sort of aid in controlling my vocal cords. And it's a little painful, I gotta admit. It's a little painful and it's a little weird. So you'll just have to bear with me on this. But anyways, back to the build. Like I said in the beginning, I kept in mind from the start this time that this was gonna be a very family oriented homeless shelter, so that families and pets, single people, whatever you want to start with, whatever you need to have, whatever your rags to riches are, runaway teen, single adult Sim, family with a baby, family with a toddler, family with multiple children. It's all here. There's plenty of space for all of them. It is a generic lot, so you're not going to get a lot of Sims coming and going. So I also added the lot trait that would kind of draw more Sims in, and you can add more lot traits. I just added the one, hoping that other Sims would come and join in and use the facilities or whatever. But yeah, it is a generic lot, so you're not gonna see a lot of Sims here. You're mostly just gonna have your family here. There's a kitchen for your family to cook their food in. Of course, that will cost you money, as well as vending machines that will go into the dining hall area here in a second. Again, all of that stuff costs your Sims money, though. There's no way to get free food in The Sims 4 that I know of. If there is, let me know down in the comments. But as far as I can tell right now, there's no way. Like, you could, I guess theoretically, you could bring another Sim onto the lot and then ask them to cook for you, and maybe it would be free that way. But those Sims are gonna leave and different Sims are gonna come, and I guess that's really not any different than how, I don't know. You know what? One of these days when I live stream again, we'll test this homeless shelter out and see how all that stuff works, and see if there is a way your Sims can get free food at the homeless shelter. So yeah, we'll have to mark it on the calendar for a live stream one of these days. I don't know if I would call it a mistake necessarily, but I do wonder if there were other ways that I could have arranged the rooms and stuff so that the families were downstairs near the community room where the TV and the fish tank and the books and everything are at. Although, as you'll see in a little bit here, there is like a balcony play yard area. This is a very urban-esque building. It would fit in really, really well in an urban like setting. So there is like a balcony playground yard type of area for Sims to hang out at. There is that upstairs, and that's where the family suites are at as well. I don't know, when I was laying it out, I was kind of thinking about that a little bit, and the way I laid everything out does not lend itself well to moving the family suites around. They're kind of stuck where they're at. So, but it works. I mean, the only thing is, obviously toddlers and whatever on the second floor is kind of a pain in the butt. But if you keep them mostly upstairs, other than, I guess it's no different than a 2-story house, really. Yeah, so it's fine. It's fine the way it is. I put a little stuff upstairs, a little stuff downstairs. It draws people everywhere. Yeah, it's totally fine. It's not a design flaw at all. No, not even a little bit. I don't know. It's just the way that it all landed. Obviously, you're going to want the kitchen and the main office and that kind of stuff on the first floor. Like, that's a necessity. And I don't know, I guess it's just the way everything worked out. I like it. I'm fine with it. I'm just trying to think of all the ways in which people are going to say, you could have done this better, you could have done that differently. You know what I mean? But I like it. I like that the bigger suites are upstairs because there's, not as much room for them. I do wish that maybe I'd gotten rid of the computer lab and added a couple smaller rooms in there. Maybe put 1 or 2 computers in the community room instead, now that I'm thinking about it. But either way, it works out. Your Sims basically have, for doing a rags to riches, your Sims basically have everything they need right there on that one lot. Bathroom facilities, bed, computers to, like, I don't know, build skills, writing, whatever. The chess table, there is no easel, there's no knitting stuff, that kind of stuff. I figured if your Sims have that and they bring that along with them to the homeless shelter, then they can set that up themselves. I guess I could have added 1 or 2 in for Sims here or there, but yeah. There are cat litter boxes. It is a little weird because the cat litter boxes are in the rooms where presumably the homeless cat would stay with the family. I don't know if you like that idea or if you don't. It was the only thing I didn't think of while I was building and was actually an afterthought. So I didn't really have a great place to put the litter boxes other than in the rooms with the families. If you have any better ideas, let me know. I'm all ears. Go ahead, go down to the comments section and let me know what you think. What you think would have worked better, what you think would have looked better, how you think the layout would have been better. I'm open to suggestions here. I really truly am. But I do think I'm getting better and better at this every time I'm doing this. And doing the shell challenges, I'm working on a couple more right now. But doing the shell challenge builds and stuff, I think is really helping bump my skills up a lot higher. For a second there, my brain went, what word are we trying to say? Bump my skills up, and that's the word or words I was trying to say. But I think the shell challenges are really getting me out of my rut and my norm and getting me building and exploring and decorating in new ways that I don't typically do, which is forcing me to reawaken that old tired imagination that I have somewhere up inside of my brain. Again, I'm not great at landscaping. I will never be great at landscaping, but I actually think for an urbanesque homeless shelter or family center, the landscaping on this one actually turned out pretty darn good. You're not gonna have a whole lot of overly complicated landscaping at a community center like this, because community centers like this mostly run off of tax money and donations and things like that, and so they're not gonna have the money to put into extravagant or complicated landscaping. So it's gonna be the minimum, and that's kind of what I go for in my builds. Hopefully you're enjoying this video, and if you are, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll let you enjoy the walkthrough, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!